Yes, welcome to our second video series, which is called Diálogos. Diálogos means in Spanish dialogues, and we wanted to open up the discussion around the topic of decolonization. And because you are now part of one of our projects of Shape the Future called Decolonized Cities in Hamburg. So welcome. Maybe you introduce yourself.
Thank you so much for having me here today. My name is Justina Andreas Nashipolo. I am a Namibian professional dancer. And I'm 30 years old of age. I started dancing when I was about 6-7 years old, and I had started with ballet, then had moved to modern dancing, and then to African. So I have a variety of genres in my body, but not hip hop at all.
Okay, that's not the only
just
dance style you are
just
at.
Dance style that I'm not great at. And my name Justina is more of a westernized name. My Nashipolo Andreas. That is my grandmother's name. She had passed it on to my mother and then passed it on to me, and we were informed or told that we should carry it on in generations to come with all the girls. And I like to ask what it meant and why this specific name. They explained to me that Nashipolo means good luck. And basically this good luck will follow you on your path, and we only want good luck for you. And it also means forehead, knowledge on the head, so to take it along with me throughout.
That's a nice name.
Yeah, thank you very much. I really like it.
I really don't know what my name means, but it's the name of my mother. So in Mexico, it's very common that you get the name of your mother when you're the first girl, or sometimes also of your grandmother. In my case,
it's lovely.
It's the name of my mother. Well, we built it up in a kind of Q&A game, which is like 6 cards with questions, and so you just pick, let's say, 3 cards, and the other 3 I take it. And then we can start.
Okay, great. Should I go?
Yeah.
And
go for it.
Okay, I will
take the 3 already.
Oh, I should take all 3.
Yes.
So,
I think, we do it like this.
Like
that? And then I take this 3.
3.
And then, let's say, you can start.
I can start?
Yes.
Okay. Have you experienced racism in Hamburg?
I got this question again. And the last time. Yes, I did. I'm going to do it very shortly. I did in the at the beginning as I arrived. I couldn't speak German, and I experienced it in a very strange way because I knew it was an aggression, a verbal aggression to me, but I didn't understand everything. So in that moment, I said to myself, "Okay, I'm going to speak very good German because this is not going to happen to me again." And so I can say now, this cannot happen to me again. But at the very beginning, I'm talking about the beginning of the 90s, I had this experience.
Oh wow, so sorry.
Yes. Well, how do you think spaces can be decolonized in Hamburg?
Spaces can be decolonized?
The open spaces.
If I have to personalize it, decolonizing for me is basically breaking down, let's say, layers to get to the bottom root of what caused certain things and how we can work with the information that we've received now, making yourself vulnerable to gain very sensitive information that will make you uncomfortable. And speaking about, for example, the Bismarck, for me, it's a question that I ask myself: are they aware of this monument? Do they understand? Do they want to care? Are they being ignorant about it? Do they walk past it? Well, it happened. I don't want anything about it. But each one has their own paths. Each one has dealt with this history their own ways. But what is it that we are going to do now? What is it that now that we've got the information and we know, how it had affected our past ancestors, our families in the years, what can we do now today to try and eliminate or alter the future, if you get what I mean. So for me, this process is basically digging deep within myself, within connections, to see what we can really do with the information to help the future, if you get what I mean.
Yes, yeah. I think so. Yes, I think there's, for example, for me, something which I say like in kind of a motto, and is that I say we cannot change history, but we can change the way we look at it.
Exactly.
And that's for me changing of perspective, which decolonisation is bringing up. Maybe you continue.
Yes,
it's your turn.
How would your fantasy city would look like? How would your fantasy city look like for you?
I would like to have a city with much more possibilities to get access to a home, to housing, and because right now it's like the city of Hamburg is very, very expensive. The main cities or big cities in Germany. And I think it will be nice to have like projects where houses where it's green energy, where different ages of people are living in their young and old people, students, foreigners. Yes, so those kinds of projects, I think I would like to have more in the city. They are existing, but they should be like more existing, even more in the city. Yes. Okay. What do you take from your common work together that lasts, influence or inspired you or your work? Yes, this is meant of now working with us. What do you think that you are taking with you and that can influence your work in the future? It's kind of that.
Okay. Well, I would have to say what I would take with me is the knowledge of being okay to get uncomfortable, like I said, knowing a different method or different process to create work, and again being uncomfortable, really being uncomfortable, because being uncomfortable you'll be amazed at what you can create. I think back home we are so used to, as a dancer, I would say I'm really used to getting information, getting a choreography, and then but now really just taking your time, taking your space, and sitting and thinking of a theme. How has it affected me, really personally? How has it affected me? And coming with different bodies and asking you, how has it affected you? I think this process that we've done with the interviews, having asked really personal questions where you are just like, oh, this is my personal space. Don't come for me. But it was something that I appreciate and I would like to take home, that it is okay. We all come from different paths and journeys and failures and traumas, but that is accepted, and we can create beauty out of this. We can create work out of that, and you don't know how it can help the next person also. So I will definitely take this process with me along. Thank you.
And yes, thank you. I mean, you are the one who are inspiring us, and it's very nice because we are planning the next year another project together,
right.
which I'm very happy of that. And did you get the third?
This is the last one.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay, go first.
Okay, what would you do if you could decide what to do with the Bismarck statue?
Oh, okay. If I would be able to decide what to do, I would like to have much more a permanent art intervention, which is seen, which is probably as big as the Bismarck. I don't know. I was even thinking, in a kind of a gumi or something, which is like, huge, that you are inflating, like
those inflated balloons.
Yes, like inflating balloons, something like, which is more permanent because, we did this project also in terms of dance interventions, but again, it was ephemeral, you cannot see it. So I think I wish there's much more things happening around it,
yes.
Bismarck, and that the conversation is still going, that there are possibilities of all kind of communities going there, having maybe an open space to talk, to have discussions and conversations. I think that would be great to have in that spot.
Absolutely, that's lovely. Fun.
Okay. Are there any monuments you are missing in this city of Hamburg?
Oh, missing? I would like to have seen maybe some Herero cultures or leaders that were also back home we have, this is a very political discussion and topic on its own, but back home we do have like street names of
still you change a lot, but
there's still a few that just rises your eyebrows and you're just like, really? So that already hurts, having to see this, and coming here, we don't see any of our history being sort of shown here. I mean, it is a very sensitive topic on its own, but to have there is no connection of what has happened. It's a very, very sensitive topic. I would have liked to see something from the Namibian or Herero culture. Just to see sort of,
especially those who were like also fighting against the colonizers and who were like torture and murder.
Absolutely.
And there are the names. There are pictures existing. There are like names existing, and
existing, and in history books they are of all the colonialism, the leaders, but nothing that really sets our Namibian journey.
Resistance.
Nobody.
The resistance of the people.
It's quite very sensitive.
Yes,
very sensitive.
Yes. Well, that could be a great project to think about.
Absolutely.
For the city of Hamburg.
Absolutely.
Okay, to finish, there's a kind of also game, which is like trying to get together the interpretation of this, throwing them. Maybe you do it, because mine again. So, you just throw it on the table and try to make an interpretation.
Good luck.
Yes.
Good luck. Okay. I'm gonna try. So there are a few that are up, and there are a few that are face down.
Yes. Okay.
So should we say the ones that are facing upwards, or?
Okay, these are facing up, right?
Yeah, this one.
Okay.
Should we say those ones are perhaps good?
I think
let's say that that's good.
Okay.
And then these ones, not to say bad, but some challenges in the path that will come, some obstacles, but not to say that it is impossible.
Yes, I think like you. It's kind of a good, because they are coming together.
Yes.
And then this is like also like a path, but mainly it's like, I think there are a lot of things good things
Good
going
things.
to happen.
Yeah,
I think in many directions, hopefully.
absolutely.
Yes,
Yeah.
well, thank you for being here.
Thank you so much for having me. I really
And
appreciate it.
I hope to see you next year. But
Yes.
we see you soon
Yes.
at the performances of Decolonized Cities Windhoek, Hamburg.
Thank you.
Thank
I look
you.
forward to it.